Hello. This is a very unscheduled vertical live. So if you're seeing it this way, it's just something new. YouTube has asked us to do some of these vertical lives, and so I'm gonna do one and see how it goes. Let me refresh my page over here so I can see this and get into the chat. See if anybody shows up. Hey Beverly, good to see you. So I'm going to set this. I need to move my laptop closer so I can see. But I can, wow, I know what I can do. Watch myself on my own. There we go. I can watch myself on my own TV, and then I can. Well, hello. There we go. Zuma. TV, and then I can. I'll mute that. Yeah, mute that so I'm not hearing myself too. Hey Tammy, good to see you. And Lynette, hello. Yes, new hair. I got it cut today, and then after I had it cut, I was like, oh my gosh, now I need to re-dye it. Zuma, okay. Yep. Did y'all see that video that these creative hands done about the line brand gradient? Oh my goodness. I was like, I hate that she had such a bad experience with the yarn that I really enjoy using. I have not had that experience. I don't know if she said that Mama G Gear also had a similar bad experience. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if maybe they got a hold of a bad batch or something. I don't know. But I've made two different sweaters out of that yarn and not had any problems. Hey Carly, hey Sharon, hey Angela. Yeah, I don't know why she's had so much trouble out of that yarn. I really enjoy that yarn. So I told her if she decides to get rid of the yarn she bought, let me know. Hey Melissa. How's everybody doing this evening? Yeah, this evening. It's 5:40 here. My little baby's down here. Me and Maggie has already been on our walk. We walked down 2 blocks and then walked back. So I guess we walked 4 blocks. Yes. I got it all cut off today. I was like, it'd been making me sweat, and I was like, because it grown in so thick because these hair, skin, and nails vitamins that I started taking. And so it had just grown back so thick, and I was like, oh, I thought about letting it grow out long, and then I was like, no, it's just making me sweat. And now that I'm got a new baby to keep me busy, I really don't have time for hair. So no. Hey baby, huh? You come say hi. You come say hi. Come on. You come say hi. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello, Maggie. Hello, Maggie. Say hello, Maggie. Oh. You're my sweet baby girl. Who knew that if I wanted a daughter, I had to get one with 4 paws and a tail? And her head's just so little from what I'm used to, you know? She's got the smallest little head. But she's so sweet. She really loves her walks though. I walked her twice yesterday, y'all. Twice. Once in the morning and once in the evening after before the sun went down. I went and walked her again. But since it was raining this morning, I didn't get a chance to walk her. But so we took an extra long walk this afternoon. I took her for a little bit of a longer walk than I took her for yesterday. And but she loves her walks. Because I was thank you. I read that Border Collies, because she's Border Collie and Black Lab, and I was reading that Border Collies need regular exercise. They need to be, yeah, these are the ones that I got last time. The hair, skin, and nails vitamins. This is what I've been doing right here. These are Nature's Bounty, but the Equate version, the Equate, the ones from Walmart, the Walmart brand, they're just as good. They just didn't have the Walmart brand when I bought them last time, so I bought these. But I just chew two of these a day, and it seems to be working. Hey there, Ellen. Yep. She is a very kind dog. She really is very sweet. She took a little while to warm up to Theodore, but she's really doing good now. She's really doing good. Yeah, she is really sweet. Who knew it would take a dog to get me back to my happy self? But I felt really led to go get her by Axel when I saw her eyes on her pictures on Facebook, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has Axel's eyes. I really felt strongly that I was meant to be her mama, and she was meant to be my little girl. So yeah. And I probably needed to get more physically active anyway. So, yeah. I have to cut my nails at least once a week. Zuma, I do. I had to cut my nails at least once a week because they get so long if I don't. And I like shorter nails because I have anxiety, and I tend to, for some reason, scratch myself in my sleep, and I'll end up with sores from scratching myself so bad. So I had to keep my nails short so that I don't make big sores on myself while I'm in my sleep. So, yeah. I don't know why. I just wake up with scratch marks, and I know I'm doing it in my sleep, and I believe me, if I knew how to stop that, I would love to stop doing that, but I just have done it for a long time, so I just know to keep my nails short and very dull, so that, if I happen to scratch myself in my sleep, that I don't end up with a bunch of sores. But I've discovered that if I keep them short and dull, I have less problems. Yep. So, yeah, but that kind of broke my heart that Dee was talking smack about my yarn that I like so much. I've made two sweaters with this yarn, and I'm about to make a third sweater with this yarn. And so I'm like, I don't know if it's, maybe they got a bad batch, or I don't know what hook size she's using. I'm using a 6mm with this, and I'm using purple at this point. I'm just started this one. So I'm I don't know, but in her video, in Dee's video, she showed that she had worked with the black cake, but then when she responded to my comment, she said that Mama G Gear had the same problem with the same yarn in the burgundy color. So I don't know. I've worked with the what was it, the aqua color, the teal color, this purple color, and the blue, and the dark blue color, and not had any issues like she described. The yarn has been very plushy and soft, and thank you. It's been very plushy and soft, and yeah, different dyes can feel different, definitely. But everything she was saying, I was like, it was in complete contrast to what my experience has been with the yarn. So I couldn't help but feel, weird about what she was saying, because it didn't have anything to do with my experience. So, hey, Tank, okay, just forgive me. It's been a while. I don't go to a lot of lives anymore, and so I forget people's name anymore. It took me a minute to remember your name. Yep, I got it. CRS, can't remember stuff. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. Oh, your girls 42nd birthday. Oh, happy birthday to her. Oh, awesome. Well, I hope you have a wonderful evening with her. She's lucky to have a mama like you. Yes, CRS is harsh. I say stuff because, you know, there's another version of that. Yep, stuff. Can't remember stuff. Yep. Johnny's in the kitchen making what we call chili mac, where you take shells and cheese and make it like you normally would make shells and cheese, and then you take a can of chili with beans and mix it in with it. Chili mac. It's very tasty. It's a very quick meal. We made that up many moons ago, many years. Theodore is doing very well. He seems to really like her, and it took her a little while to like Theodore. She was snarling at him, and I could only call it bickering a little bit with him. At first, when I first walked in with her, Theodore just kind of pounced on her. And because I didn't give Johnny any warning to grab Theodore, and so I had a hard time getting in the door with her because Theodore jumped. You know, he was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" He being his overly friendly self, and she's like, "Oh my God, this big old dog is after me," and so she crawled up into a corner in the couch and behind me to get away from him, and was just like "Arr, arr, arr," acting all scared and stuff. And oh, smothered potatoes and honey spiraled ham. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Oh, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. I just did this today, and then I had to go buy a box of dye because all of a sudden my hair all of a sudden all the gray in my hair was showing, and I was like, oh, no. So I went and got a box of dye and redid the red. I like this shade of red. This is called Vintage Red. I like it. It's that Swarovski something. It was a more expensive box of dye, but I figured I deserved it. Yeah, he knows she's a female. Yeah, he knows that she's a female. He's really been like super chill with her. And now when we adopted that little pit bull back in at the end of April or early part of May, when we had that little failed operation of adopting him, Theo was more he was kind of aggressive in correcting that little dog. Hey Susan, good to see you. Yep. He was aggressive with Leroy and trying to correct him, but he's not done any of that with her. He's letting her set the pace as to how they get along. I've not seen this level of patience with Theo except for with little dogs. You know, he's treating her like she's a little. Well, of course, she's about half the size of Axel was. Hey, Connie, good to see you. And so yeah, he's been incredible with her. He's you know, he's not showed his teeth with her. He's not growled at her. He's just letting her set the pace. He's amazing. I knew he would be. I didn't have any doubts of Theo's, you know, if I had any worries that Theo was going to be aggressive toward her, I wouldn't have brought her home. I wasn't worried about that at all. You know, and the only thing she showed her teeth, and she was just fear. It was fear. But if you've been around dogs as much as me and my family have, you know the difference between aggression and fear, and what she was exhibiting was fear. And so what we just had to do was reinforce her that she was in a safe place and that she was going to be okay and that Theo was not going to hurt her. And so we just brought out some treats and, you know, fed them treats right next to each other, pet them together, you know, just, you know, let her know that he's good, she's good, and just kept reinforcing it with love and treats and kept the energy level positive and calm. And you know, that's how we do it, and that's how it's working out really well. It is. They've been in the same room with each other. She's almost stopped snarling at him. She does get a little excited barking at him, but I think she's starting to play with him. I think she's really starting to, you know, try to play with him. And that's pretty good. She's still kind of a puppy. She's only a year old. So she's still got that play thing going where she wants to play. So she started kind of doing that, wanting to play with Theo. And Theo still has the urge to play. So, you know, it's good. It's good that they're trying to start playing a little bit together. And they were laying like almost right next to each other on the floor earlier this afternoon. And I was like, ooh, that's progress. They're laying next to each other. You know, that's next to snuggling, you know. So yeah, they're really doing good. They're really doing good. So I'm very pleased that that's going the way it's going. She's a fast learner. She learns like this. She really learns fast. Hey Sherry, good to see you. Hey Shannon, good to see you. Yeah, but she's the smartest little dog. She really is. I can't get over how smart she is. Hey there, Butterroll, good to see you. I don't guess I've ever learned your real name. I've only ever encountered you in my comments. But it's good to see you on live. You got the prettiest face. But she did good on her walk today. She just she stuck to the sidewalk. She did decide she had to go pee in the middle of the sidewalk, but you know, I took a Dorothea. Okay, that's a pretty name, Dorothea. I like that. Hey Sally, good to see you. That's not too hard to keep up with the comments, is it, Shannon, when they roll across the screen like that? I do have it open on my little laptop over here, and then I have it on my TV over here. I just don't like to. I don't like to miss comments. So I have myself playing on my TV over here. I have myself playing on my laptop over here. So I'm not likely to miss any comments. We got 13 thumbs up and 58. Wow, 58 people. Wow, that's more than I expected. Yeah, she will learn how to, oh yeah, she's really good at Ellen on the leash. She's better on the leash than Theodore ever has been. Theodore's like walking a tornado. He's 9 years old and oh, you didn't have a ton of comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, Theodore, he's like he's 9 years. He's really close to 9 years old. Hey, Jono, good to see you. And yeah, but Theodore is like 9 years old, so we walked him on the leash from time to time since we've had him. We've had him almost 8 years, and we walked him on the leash from time to time. But he's never been good on the leash. He's always pulled and dragged and yanked. And he wants to go here, and then he wants to go there. He's never been good on the leash. And, of course, he's pit bull. You know, he's half pit bull. So he's terrible on the leash. And Axel was a dream on the leash. I mean, you know, my black lab that we lost in April, he was a dream on the leash. He would never pull you. He was perfect. And she's a dream on the leash. She's really good. She only started pulling when we got closer to the house on the trip back, you know, on our walk. Hey, Tammy, good to see you. Yes, don't forget the thummies to see. Yep. Oh, well, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Walking my golden retriever, Susie and Schnauzer, she takes you for a drag down the street. Yeah, but this one, she does not. She only started pulling when she saw the house. When she saw the house come into view after the long walk, she was ready to be back in the house. But she didn't pull me the whole time we were walking. She stopped and sniffed this and sniffed that, but she was really good. She was really good. And we walked twice yesterday, and she did good both times. So yeah, this is a really good fit. Because I needed to be more active. I needed to be physically more active, and these walks will do that for me. And keeping her, you know, wore out, you know, and because the walks give her the activity. Yeah, she knew her home. She definitely knew her home, which I thought was quite wonderful. And but I needed an activity partner, and she's perfect. So, and with her being, you know, border collie black lab mix, she needs regular activity to keep her stimulated and wore out. So this just works. It works. It works for both of us. And the fact that she's a young dog, she'll she'll be with me a while. So yeah. And Theo's getting on up in age. We might have him another 4 years if we're lucky. So because pit bulls don't live. They generally live to be about 12 to 14. But him being a mixed breed, he might live longer. He might live to be about 14, and he's right at 9 now. But we adopted him from a shelter, and he was found as a stray dog. So we're assuming he was a year when we got him, but he had a lot of puppy left in him when we adopted him. So I think a year was probably a good guess. So and we got him in 2017, in February 2017. And so, yeah, and he was such a wild child. But this one, she's had some accidents on the floor, but that's when I got distracted and didn't quite catch her cue. Your black lab is 15, yeah. She's been a huge joy, yeah. We had a mixed Great Dane and Labrador, real good dog, very smart and obedient, but he passed away. Yeah, I'm sure that was really hard, Susanna. It's hard to lose one. Especially, I felt like Axel was kind of like, don't get Theo too fat. Actually, Theo is slimmed down. I changed Theo's diet earlier this year. I changed his diet, and he's lost quite a bit, and he's looking a lot better. He's moving a lot better. So yeah, he's doing better. Well, she's probably not in here. She's probably working. But yeah, Eva, my friend Eva came over in May, and she's like, "Ooh, he's thick. He's wide. He's so wide." She just kept saying how wide he was, and I was like, I felt so bad, and I was like, "Oh, he is kind of wide." So I switched him to this chicken and rice dog food. And then he gets a can of that a day, and then one little scoop of dry food a day, and that's what he gets. And I don't give him a whole lot of treats, and he doesn't get a whole lot of like table food. Occasionally, if I'm snacking on pretzels, I'll let him have some pretzels, but and popcorn. And other than that, he doesn't get a whole lot of table food. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Yeah. So. He doesn't get the table food he used to. And I think whoever had Maggie before me was feeding her a ton of table food, because she really goes for me when I'm eating. Like, I was trying to eat breakfast yesterday. I had made some sausage and eggs, and I was in the middle of eating, and she just comes in my lap after my food. And luckily for me, Johnny was standing nearby, and I handed my food to him. I said, "Put it in the microwave. I'll eat the rest of it later." Because she literally just came in my lap. I could not get her away from me quick enough, and she was after my food. So yeah, someone has been feeding her from their plate, because so I'm gonna have to. That's a habit I'm going to have to break her from. I don't mind sharing stuff like popcorn or pretzels or something that really won't hurt them. But I don't want her to get used to eating what I'm eating all the time, because that's not good. That's not a good practice. Gives them worms. I don't know. I think it just depends on, Suzanne. I think it just really depends on what it is that you're sharing with them. Yeah, it's not good for their belly, but I think it just really depends on what exactly you're sharing with them, because it just, but I used to share cheese puffs with Axel. That was mine and his guilty pleasure. We used to share cheese puffs, me and Axel. Between me and Axel and Theo, we could eat a bag of cheese puffs in no time at all. Love cats and dogs, but you're allergic to them. Oh, man. We had dogs and cats. We are down to 2 cats once. Oh, okay. We're not getting any more grand dogs. Yeah. But no, I just let them have. I don't eat very many pretzels at a time myself. I just eat just a handful, and then I put them up. So they just get a couple each, and that's it. So it's very little that I'm sharing with them. But I'm having to break her of eating my regular food with me. So Yeah. It's just a matter of retraining her to breaking some behaviors. Hey Judy, good to see you. It's just a matter of changing her behaviors, and she's so fast at learning stuff. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I really don't. You had a dash hound that would do anything for a cheese puff. Oh yeah. Hey Patricia, good to see you. And what the problem is I love to watch her crunch things. I recorded a little video of her crunching a pretzel because I thought it was so cute. Watching her crunch that pretzel, I just thought that the crunchy sound that she was making while she was crunching it, and just the motion of her little mouth crunching it, was too cute. So yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Yeah, yeah. So she's just too cute. Just too cute. Yep. Yeah, she's laid out on the floor now. So I think maybe the exhaustion from her walk has finally kicked in. But yeah, the crunchy, watching her crunch is just it. I'm a weirdo. I delight in stuff like that. It's just so cute to me. Yeah, I'm one of those people that watches those videos that say ASMR. I will watch those videos. I don't know why, but they end up in my feed all the time, those ASMR videos. Watching other people cook, watching other people make stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do any of the things that they're doing, but I don't mind watching them do it. Oh, when they got those videos of watching other people mow grass and clean up someone's yard, I'll watch those too. Yeah, I'll watch those too. I have no intentions of mowing grass or cleaning up someone's yard, but I don't mind watching someone else do it. I don't know why. And I was talking to somebody, and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching a fishing video." And they were like, "Are you about to go fishing?" And I was like, "No, but I sure do like to watch it." Hey Kristen, good to see you. Some of my favorite fishing YouTube channels are Bama Saltwater and Angler Up with Brant and Bama Beach Bum. Those, I don't know what it is about the Gulf Coast and southern Alabama, but I love to watch them fish down there. I just do. And yeah, and especially Bama Saltwater. I love Steven. I just love him to pieces. I just enjoy watching him. He's so informative. He tells you all about what he's using, and hey Darlene, good to see you. And I just like to watch him catch the fish, and then of course Steven will actually do what they call a catch, clean, and cook, and he'll show you how he's preparing the fish too. So well, thank you. I appreciate y'all that watch. I really do. But I like to watch how he fixes the fish, because being down there and catching and cooking as much fish as he does, he has a wide variety of ways that he fixes it. So it's cool to see fish fixed in different ways, and he does a lot of healthy recipes that I like. He grills it and does some stewing, making soups and stuff with it. So it's very interesting to me to see the different ways that he cooks the fish. So I'm not like planning on cooking, fishing and cooking fish, but but I certainly enjoy it. I certainly enjoy watching him do it. Yes, I do like catfish. Yes, I do like catfish. I tell you, I took many years ago when me and the boys lived in Arkansas. We went to a little park that had some catfish, and I took the boys fishing, just me and them, and we caught some catfish. And Will had never, my oldest son had never cleaned a catfish before, but I've been fishing since I was really little. I had been fishing since I was a very little girl, and so I had cleaned many catfish. And so I had this hook that was with a little part that you just screw into something, and it had a hook part on the end. And so I screwed it into this fence post, and he said he was kind of looking at me, waiting to see what I was going to do with it. Okay. And so I screwed this thing into the fence post, and then I put the catfish's head on the hook part, and he's watching. And then I took a knife and ran it around the head of the catfish, and then I took some pliers and just went and skinned the catfish like that. And he says, he said, "You're gonna break a nail," because I had those acrylic nails on at the time. And I said, "No, I'm not. Watch this." And I just, in one fell swoop, skinned that catfish. And he says, "I'm impressed." He said, "Oh my goodness. Hey, Sonia, good to see you. And Monroe's Crafts, good to see you." Yeah, so, and then I, finished, and I went ahead and gutted it and, cleaned it up and put it in the bag for freezing. He was like, wow. He's like, "I didn't know you could do all that." And I was like, "Well, now you do." Now you know how to clean a catfish. You just need a hook on a post. Hey, Robin, good to see you. One of my sweet channel members. Yep. So now you know I'm a tomboy on top of everything else. As if y'all didn't already suspect that, right? Hey there, Deneen, good to see you. Yeah, this is a way earlier time frame than y'all are used to me doing this. I figured I would do one because they sent us an email. YouTube sent us an email. They wanted us to do vertical lives in hopes that we would get these little gifts. They're kind of like the super chats, but they're called gifts. They look like a little present. They're next to the like the little dollar sign thing that y'all probably have somewhere if y'all are on a device. And it's kind of like if you were sending a super chat, but it's a gift, and they cost about the same as the super chats. And so it's just a promotional thing, a new thing that they're doing. And so, but they're only enabled when we're vertical like this. So, hey, Sally, hey, we spent 9 years in Arkansas. Me and the boys did. We spent the first part in West Memphis, Arkansas, and then we ended up moving from West Memphis to Russellville, Arkansas, and we spent the latter. I liked Russellville. It just we ended up back down here. Thank you, Shannon. I just sort of saw that. I know it just kind of flashed, didn't it? Oh, wow. That's right. I remember you saying that. You were in the general chat on the Facebook group, and I remember you saying about how cold it was up there in Saskatchewan. Your dad had a clipboard type thing he used to clean fish. Yeah, I've seen those before too, Carly. I've seen Walmart have those, actually. Very handy. Yep. He cleaned a large bucket full of fish in one time. Yeah. Those gifts flash fast. Yeah, they're quick. Yeah, it was just a little. I was looking on my TV to see if I could see it any quicker. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I can see it on the laptop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I'm hoping, now that I'm in better shape, I'm hoping this spring, when we have warmer weather again, that we can go fishing again. Oh, a little flower this time. How cute. Our weather today was in the 60s. It was raining when I first got up. It was pouring pretty good. And then the rain stopped and it stayed in the 60s. Right now, it is 59 degrees here and cloudy. We might get more rain. I don't know. I'm hoping that it stays, Ozark. Oh, okay. You're from Ozark. Okay. That's a really pretty area, Sally. Ozark is really pretty. I wonder if my oldest son is... Hey, Johnny, has Will come home yet?
Nope.
Huh, okay. 32 and the chill. Yeah, I imagine. It's cold in Michigan. I've never been to Michigan, but I can only imagine how cold it is. I'm not a cold weather kind of girl. I don't mind making sweaters and sending them up north. But no, I wasn't built for cold weather. Too much arthritis in my body for that stuff. Nope. I'd be in pain most of the time. I don't know how y'all deal with it. I really don't. I guess if you grew up there and you live there, you're used to it. But I grew up down here. Yeah. I think if I was probably to move to another state, willingly move to back to another state that I've already lived in, I'd probably move back to Arkansas, because I think Arkansas is one of the prettiest states. It really is pretty. They got some beautiful countryside in Arkansas. I didn't mind living in Arkansas. I really didn't. Don't like cold either yet. Oh wow, fibromyalgia. That's rough. Yeah, I know. I've read up a little bit about fibromyalgia, because I thought I had it for a little while. Turns out it was just the extra 200 pounds I was carrying around. Yeah. I have to get your hair dyed now. Glad I had to say hello. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate that. Maggie, she's great. She's laying over here. I took her for a long walk earlier, and she's laid out over here exhausted. She's laying in one of Axel's old spots. His spot was right there at the corner of my bed on the floor, and she's in his spot. Blizzard doesn't affect your boys flying home from Phoenix. I hope it doesn't either, Deneen. Oh my goodness. She's a doll. She is. And she slept in the bed all night last night. She did good. She still hadn't quite figured out how to jump up in my bed, so I'm having to lift her up and put her in the bed. But at least, because, I'm 50-something now, so I do have to get up in the middle of sleeping and go to the bathroom in the night. And, they picked up a your Joanne order. Aha. Oh, this is why you want to make sure they make it home for Christmas, because they have your Joanne yarn order. Not because you want to see them, but because they have your yarn. Yes, Robin, Maggie and Theo are doing very well together. She's all but stopped snapping at him. She's not, yeah, the new bed. Yeah, the new bed is great. I have been sleeping so good. I'm not a zombie anymore, y'all. It's so good to sleep good. Oh, yeah. I'm 5 minutes from a Joanne store. Yeah. Yep. And a Hobby Lobby. And Michael's. But I've trimmed down my yarn buying lately. I just had to. Yep. But the budget just hasn't fit. But hopefully next week I can treat myself to something. Well, I did treat myself to something this week. My doggie. She was my Christmas present to myself. I saved her and saved myself at the same time. Sometimes when you rescue a dog, you don't know who's rescuing who when they make you so happy. But she definitely has made me very happy. Has been so... Yes, they have. I have been known to walk into Michael's, walk around their yarn department and go, nope, 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 bye. But it's a rare occasion that I walk in a Hobby Lobby and not come out of there with a piece of yarn, with a skein of yarn, at least one. Because I really love my yarn from Hobby Lobby. I do. I like Hobby Lobby like Shannon loves Joanne's yarn. Yeah. Even though I do like that Loops and Threads value yarn now, after I bought some and made those sister sweaters out of it, man, I tell you, I really enjoyed working with it when I made those sweaters. I got a couple of skeins back here. I'm probably going to make another sweater out of those, that black and that heathered gray. I'm probably going to make another sweater with that because it was so plushy and so nice. I definitely probably will make another sweater out of those two skeins. But, yeah. But Michael's, they don't have half of which when you look on the app and then you look to see if it's in the store, it's not in the store. Like when I was looking at going to Texas last week, the Longview store, which is about almost 70 miles from here, they had the colors of some of these Karen cinnamon swirl cakes that I have been wanting. And I was like, do I drive 70 miles for these cakes? You know what I mean? Is it cheaper to drive to get them or to order them to have them shipped to the house? I don't know. I might check and see what they have next, not this weekend, but the next weekend. I might see if they still have them. I don't know. I might make a drive just to get Karen cakes. Only I would do that, right? Yeah, only I would do that. Yeah. I have more yarn than my Walmart does. My Walmart has half an aisle of yarn. I definitely have more yarn than they have. Yeah. My friend Susie came over here to get her sweater, and she walked in my room and she says, "Oh wow, that's a lot of yarn." I said, "No, this is not all my yarn. This is not all my yarn. No." And then I opened the door to my little bathroom closet thing over here, and I said, "There's more yarn in there." And she says, "Oh my goodness." I said, and then I pointed to some totes over here, and I said, there's yarn right there. I said, in the living room, in the dining room, there's more yarn in there. You ordered the Big Twist Supernova. Anyone try that? Shannon has tried that. Shannon liked it when she knitted up some hats with that. Yep. She made some beautiful hats with that. Oh, she makes the most beautiful hats. Especially the color work hats. Oh my word, those color work hats. I have been drooling over those color work hats. I'm going to have to figure out how to do one of those on a loom. After the first of the year, when I can actually take time and learn how to do one on a loom. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I have the patience to do that. But I might. I'm sure that there's a YouTube channel called lumahat.com, and she has a ton of tutorials. So if there's a color work tutorial for a loom out there, she's probably got one. And there's another one that does knitting loom tutorials, Tutolet, I think. There's several loom knitting tutorial channels out there that when I was strictly doing loom knitting, those channels really helped me out a ton. So, you know, I love my knitting looms. I did play with the knitting needles a little bit, and I just wasn't that coordinated. For some reason, I could not quite get the coordination properly. And I was just like, you know what? It's okay. I don't need to needle knit. I have enough to do with crochet and loom knitting. I don't need to needle knit. It's not a deal breaker for my life if I don't needle knit. It's okay. There are plenty of other things I can do without needle knitting. So I'm going to leave that to the speedy knitter, who is Shannon. And I live vicariously through her videos. That's what I do. I look forward to her videos where she shows all the gorgeous things that she knits, and I enjoy watching those. A Ross hat. Learned how to knitting during COVID. Okay. Made about 100 hats. Donated to Poland at the beginning of the war. I've donated hats to the local homeless population. I did that last year, I think. Last year. I haven't been down. They usually have, like, every third Sunday, they have like a little get together where people well, girl, when you got mad skills, you just got mad skills, and you have them. I've never quite seen someone so good at something. I may be able to whip up a hexacardi in a day or so, but you can do them hats like nobody I've ever seen. Goodness. But get me mad, man, and I can make you a hexacardi in a day. I was angry that Saturday. I was angry. I was angry and I was upset, and I made a sweater in one day. Sleeves included. I'm sure I'm not the only one that picks on you about sleeves, right, Shannon? Sleeves included. Ah. It was smoking, Robin. That hook was smoking. It was, well, I had the blues music going. You know, I had my Tab Benoit channel play it on Amazon Music. And, you know, yeah. You know, I do the sleeves before I seam up the sides, both sides. I do the sleeves before I seam up the sweater, but with both halves together. I do the sleeves first. That way I'm only dealing with half the sweater when I have to keep working in the round for the sleeve. Yeah. Hey, Letitia, good to see you. Cricut knitting machine. Ah, koala knits and knacks. We will have to look into koala knits and knacks. That's cool. Did you set off the smoke? No, I didn't set off any smoke alarms. I didn't even have any blisters, believe it or not. Strangely enough, no blisters. I did take breaks, though, because I was also doing laundry that day. Yeah, I was also doing laundry that day. Imagine that. I did a sweater and laundry in the same day. But I was just, yeah, I was angry and upset. And that was my coping mechanism. And but it got me through. It got me through. And I'm here today, living proof that you can get through a bad day with a beautiful sweater and then adopt a dog the next business day. She is out like a light. I don't sit anywhere near the smoke alarm. Maybe that's why. Y'all see the shirt, right? Dogs and crochet make me happy. And the bottom says humans make my head hurt. Yep, humans make my head hurt. Yep. Oh, good of you to come in and visit with us, Zuma. I have my crochet sitting here at my feet, and I hadn't thought to pick it up. I got one more cardi to go before I start putting boxes together. I got one birthday Christmas, and then 2 Christmas packages to put together, and well, no, 2 birthday Christmases to put together, and 2 Christmas packages to put together to go out next week. So yeah, that should be fun. Yep, I think I got this shirt from Amazon. Hey Janice, good to see you. How long? I've been going less than an hour, so we're good. You almost missed it. Oh no, you hadn't missed anything. We're just talking. I didn't even put no Christmas decorations out. I do have that gnome hat sitting back there. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can reach it. And I got this thing going on with my poor rib. I pulled a muscle right here a week or so ago, and it's been giving me 3 kinds of fits. And then I keep having to lift the dog to put her in the bed. Every time I lift something a little too heavy, I re-aggravate it. So I don't know what I did to it. It's really gonna be dusty. Hold on a minute, y'all. See if I can reach that hat. This is very silly. Merry Christmas. Now y'all know I have a silly side too. I bought this at Christmas a couple of years ago. I think it fits me better now. I think it fits me better. I wonder how it fits my dog. Let's see. She's like, what are you doing to me, Mama? No, she's not having it. No, I'll wear it. She doesn't like it. But see, it's got the nose right there. There we go. Yeah, now y'all know I'm a little silly too. Merry Christmas. This is about in the spirit as I'm going to get, okay? Because I also feel very humbug. Oh, say hello. Hello, little girl. What are you mouthing me for? You see her mouthing me? She does that from time to time. She just trying to get me to move my hand where she wants me to move my hand. This is Maggie. Live with Mom and Maggie. Yes, Tat Mama and Maggie show. He keeps calling you the Grinch. No, you're not the Grinch. I've seen Grinchy people and you are not the Grinch. You're more like the Christmas spirit. It's okay, Linda. Welcome in. I'm just holding my new daughter. Y'all didn't know I had a daughter now? Yeah. She just happens to have 4 paws and a tail. Yeah. She's a baby. She's Mommy's baby. What? Are you ready to get down now? Okay, you can get down. You're the one jumped up here. Nobody called you. Nobody called you, little girl. Yes, you're my sweet girl. You're my sweet girl. She just wants to be near me all the time. Y'all, I couldn't even take a shower today. She wants my hat. You see her pull that hat? I already gave her a little fox, a little stuffed fox that I got from Michael's a long time ago, a while back. And she already got the fox. Hold on. Move. You want your baby? You want your baby? See? Re-sacrificed Foxy for her. There you go. Take your baby. She's got her baby now, but she's in my lap again. You got your baby? Yeah. Got your baby? Huh. You want to play? Go get it. She does play fetch, too. Yeah, she keeps me laughing. Oh, drop it. Drop it. Somebody worked with her a bit because she knows things. She knows drop it. She knows paw. She knows stay. She's really smart. You gonna bring it back? No? No, bring... Oh, paw. Oh, good. Good girl. Good paw. I'm gonna have to get her some different treats, though, because the treats that I have in there are too hard for her mouth. So, I'm a little too broke at the moment. I just bought groceries. So, I'm too broke until Monday. But Monday, hopefully, I'll get to go get her some softer treats. Because the treats we have in there are really hard. And she's having trouble eating them. So, I'm going to go get her some softer treats. Because the ones that Theo eats are hard for her to eat. Because she has a softer bite than Theo. Theo has that alligator bite thing going for him. He can eat anything. And if he got a hold of that little stuffed fox, it would be in shreds in no time. She is a year old. Yeah, she's a year old. And she was an elderly couple had her, and they had fallen on bad health and had to. Hey there, Tracy. Good to see you. The elderly couple that had her. I guess they must have had her since she was a pup, but they had, they come into bad health and were unable to keep her, and they took her to the vet and spent like almost $700 on her. Because they gave me a printout of all the stuff that they had done. I mean, they had all kinds of, they took her to a high dollar vet and had her spayed and everything. And special treatment and all the stuff that normal, cheaper vets don't do when doing spays. She was very pampered, during her spay surgery and everything. She was very pampered. And so to make sure that she had the most, comfortable experience possible for that. So yeah, she's very healthy, and I'm very grateful to that couple for doing all that, because that saves me, And her coat is so shiny and so soft. It's such a joy to pet her because her fur is just so soft. It's just such a positive experience to be with her. It really is. Your dog Willie just went to hide because I started the dishwasher. He's afraid of it. Oh, the only thing that she's really shown any kind of fear of is, like, one time I was watching a meme or something on my phone, and oh, forgive me. Oh, names are hard. Hey, Tamara. Lisa. Okay. CRS, can't remember stuff. But there was a baby crying little video that I watched on my phone, and she started kind of turning her head a little funny. Hey, Elaine. Yeah, she heard that little video, and she started, that little dog head tilt thing, and it kind of almost like it hurt her ears to hear that baby cry. And so, yeah. But so far, she's gotten more secure as time's gone by. At first she was very scared of Theodore, but as time's gone by, and with lots of positive reinforcement and treats and loving, and she's just getting better and better. Like I said, she's very smart. She's catching on very quickly that, this is a happy place. Good things come from everybody. Thank you. We're very happy with her. She's turned into she's a little bit demanding. Like following me to the bathroom, following me to the shower. She kept poking her head into the bathroom as I was trying to take a shower today. And I took two. So I took one before I went and got a haircut. And then after the haircut, I needed to re-dye my hair. So, and then when I dyed my hair, I took another one. So, yeah. See, shorter hair, redder hair. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you. And apparently someone that watches my videos watched that Saturday video and something I said about my oldest son, and contacted my oldest son to see if we were all okay. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. And he got upset he went and watched the video and got upset that I had mentioned him in the video and how he, and everything. And so just to be clear, my oldest son does love me. We are just very similar in personalities, and we butt heads on a regular basis. And sometimes he says things that hurt my feelings. And Saturday videos, I was in my feelings really bad, and I said what was on my heart, and he just happened to hurt my feelings, and I said so. So I'm not gonna walk that back. I said what I said, and but I know my kid loves me. I do. I was doubting that Saturday because I was I was having a mental issue, and I talked it out, and I got past it, and I coped with it, and part of coping with it was talking it out with y'all. And hey there, Tina, good to see you. And so, if that hurt his feelings, then maybe he should reevaluate himself. That's all I'm going to say about that. Maybe he should consider some of the things he says to me before he says them, because he knows I'm tenderhearted, and sometimes these things hurt my feelings more than they should. So he should reevaluate what he says to me before he says it. And I wasn't going to apologize to him for venting about my feelings and sharing what I was going through and how I was coping with those things, because when you do that, you don't know who you're helping. And as the comments read, by sharing my troubles, I was also helping others that were also going through similar experiences to maybe help them cope with theirs. So, yes, that's how it is. Because Christmas for the commercials is not Christmas for everybody. That is not a realistic Christmas that you see on TV. Christmas is not like that for everybody. The holidays is not like that for everybody. It's a lot of pressure that gets put on people during the holidays. There's a lot of pressure to be happy. There's a lot of pressure to buy all the presents. There's a lot of pressure to decorate. There's a lot of pressure to bake. There's a lot of pressure to make things. There's pressure everywhere you look. There's some sort of pressure being applied, whether it be on purpose or imagined. There's lots of pressures being applied. And when you suffer from depression, bipolar disorder, PTSD, and all these things that you would love to think that you have recovered from, but when all these things are being shoved at you every turn you make, every time you turn the TV on, every time you listen to the radio, all these things are being shoved at you. It takes its toll, and you're only human when you have a breakdown. You're just human. It's how you choose to bone up and cope with that turmoil is what makes you. And when you reach out and you vent like I did in a video, or you pick up your crochet hook and you make a sweater in one day, these are the things that help you cope and get through. There are helplines, there are suicide prevention lines, there are, counseling lines that you can call. All you have to do is Google and find those type numbers. There are videos like mine out there that say, hey, I'm suffering too. You're not alone. Let's pray for each other. Let's be there for each other. Heck, email me if you need some encouraging words. Okay? I will email you back. We will encourage each other. Yes, I have a ton of friends that I'm really close with, that I interact with, but I will email you back. It might take me a day or two because I get a lot of emails, but I will. So, and of course, please leave what you're comfortable leaving in the comments, because I respond to all my comments. And those of you that have been with me a while, I comment, I respond to every comment in my videos. Every single comment gets a response from me. Always has. So, that's why I'm kind of lucky that my channel is still small, because I still can do that. Bigger channels have a harder time, giving that personal touch to everybody. So, because they get flooded with thousands and thousands of comments, they get flooded with thousands and thousands of comments. I don't get flooded with thousands and thousands of comments because I only have 3,200 subscribers. I'm not trying to be a 1 million subscriber channel. That's not my big life ambition. I'm happy in my little corner. So, this is a community for me. This is a family situation. Y'all are like part of my family. So I don't need to be a big popular channel to do what I do. I make enough to help support my family the second half of the month, because the first half of the month is with my disability income, and then the second half of the month is supported from my YouTube income. So that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get rich or live high off the hog or anything like that. I'm just buying groceries with my YouTube money, honestly. If y'all noticed, as of late, I haven't bought a lot of yarn lately. You know, my yarn hauls have been very small lately because groceries have taken up most of my money. So there's just you know, the money's just not there, you know, for a bunch of yarn, you know. Not that I don't want to buy a lot of yarn, but I do, you know, but I love yarn like all of us love yarn, but money goes to groceries nowadays. Hey, Michi, thank you so much for being a channel member. It really does mean a lot. Hey, Pam, good to see you. And Pam is such a beautiful person. I just love her. It has a voice of an angel. Just stopping by. I appreciate that. I do that sometimes. I stop in people's lives and drop a super chat or something. Your husband and me. Oh, yeah, that's rough, Sally. I do understand. I was telling Johnny earlier. I said, I know my oldest son likes to have ham on Christmas, but I think we're gonna have meatloaf. I don't know why, but lately I've been really craving meatloaf and green bean casserole and, you know, something else. I don't know what we'll have besides green bean casserole. Something else probably. I don't know if we'll have mashed potatoes again. I'm definitely not doing deviled eggs again. But something besides green bean casserole. Thank you, Pam. That's so sweet. So sweet. Yeah, it's my favorite too, Michi. Yep. And the killer part is the last one I made for Thanksgiving, I was the only one eating it. I thought the boys liked it too, but someone had suggested that I try it with bacon bits. So I put bacon bits in it, and I think the boys just didn't like it that way. So they tried it when I first made it, and then after that they didn't eat any more of it. So I will not be putting bacon bits in the one for Christmas. So I like it better the other way anyway. It was just something to try, you know. But no, I won't be putting bacon bits in it again. But I like to use the French style green beans, you know, versus their straight cut green beans. I like the French style green beans. I don't even remember who I saw. It's just somewhere along the line that I ate somewhere and they had made it with the French style green beans and I liked it better. So that's what I get. I get the French style green beans. That's what I like. I like those better. They're just different. Yep. Oh, I put the cream of mushroom soup in mine, but I don't put actual mushrooms in it. But I bet that is good though. 'Cause we all like mushrooms in this house, so I'm sure I could probably get away with that. And I'm petting this hat, y'all. Yeah, French style green beans. Yep, I do. I like and actually I like those French style green beans just sauteed in a skillet with a little bit of butter and some garlic and some Mrs. Dash. That's really good too. Small Christmas, yeah. I bought value stuffed turkey breast from, yeah. We're not big turkey people, so that's why I didn't buy turkey. I didn't buy turkey for Thanksgiving, and I'm not buying turkey for Christmas. No. Yeah, I made pork roast. I made pork roast for Thanksgiving. In the crock pot. I cooked it for like 14 hours. It just fell off the bone. Fresh green beans, mushrooms. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I think I still have plenty of the French fried onions from last time. I overbought. So I don't even think I'm gonna have to buy more of those. I think I still have enough from Thanksgiving. So also having sausage and ham. Ah, well, when I make the meatloaf, I don't generally buy ground beef. I buy ground turkey. So I'll use ground turkey and then a little package of Italian sausage and mix all that with some meatloaf seasoning and some breadcrumbs and some eggs and yeah, and then I'll pour a can of tomato sauce over it and bake it that way. Oh, so good. So good. Yep. Meatball sandwiches and mac and cheese at your daughter's. That sounds really good. Hey, Mary Jo. Good. Good to see you. How are you doing? I'm having steak and pierogies. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second to figure out how to pronounce that. I didn't want to butcher it. Pierogies. I've heard of pierogies, but I've never had one. Not to have to cook for the rest of that week. Yeah. I thought about us going out to eat, but I figured a lot of people would probably be going out to eat, and I don't like to go out to eat with a bunch of crowds. So, no crowds for me. Oh, Maggie's doing great. She's chilling out here on the floor. She's been up and down and out of my lap throughout this live. We always went to my mom's for her meatball sandwiches on Christmas. Ah, this is the third Christmas. Oh, I understand. Hey, Monica, good to see you. Oh, from Buenos Aires. Oh, wow. Just a little over an hour. Just a little over an hour. Also have pierogies and cabbage rolls. Ooh, I like cabbage rolls. I haven't had cabbage rolls but just a couple of times, but man, I like them. It's really good. Especially if someone else cooked them. They're one of those labor-intensive type foods, you know. Labor-intensive type foods are always best if someone else had to cook it. Yeah, like lasagna. Come on over. Yeah, I'd have to put on a few sweaters and insulated underwear and some corduroy pants and lots of layers before I come to Saskatchewan. I'm no fool. Hey, Sally. Good to see you. Cap, yeah. Bring everything you've made in your life, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, on New Year's, down here, it's I don't know if it's everywhere, but here, people usually have black-eyed peas and cabbage on New Year's. It's supposed to bring you good luck and money. I don't usually fool with that. Because it's just an excuse to gas yourself up. Black-eyed peas and cabbage, gas and more gas. You're having turkey, cornbread dressing, and giblet gravy. Oh, that sounds good. You like to hear what other people's meals are tradition. Yeah. Well, me and the boys don't have any starch stock. You know, we used to go. I had a friend that I was friends with for many, many years, and we used to go over to her family's and for the holidays. But she passed away in 2017, and but we were kind of estranged at the time that she passed away, and so we hadn't been to her family's since like 2014, I think, to any of the holiday stuff at her house. And so because we were like family for the longest time, for like 20 years. And so anytime it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, I would just take something over there that I had cooked at my house, like a potluck type situation. And they always had all the trimmings and turkey or ham or whatever was cooked. And so, for the longest, that's what me and the boys did. We just went over to Vicky's, and had a holiday over there. So we didn't really have any of our own traditions or own things, holiday staples, because we just went over there. So, ever since then, we just kind of just fly by the seat of our pants and just do what we do each year. It's different. Sometimes, Will might have a friend that invites him over and he goes and eats at their house. Sometimes I throw something together here. Sometimes we might, go get some takeout, or it depends from year to year. It just varies from year to year. Thanksgiving, I just made, I took a pork roast and made it in the crock pot, and then I made some deviled eggs, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, and some brownies. And that's what we had for Thanksgiving. Christmas, I think we're going to have meatloaf, green bean casserole, and something. I don't know yet what. I don't yet know what else. I'll figure it out between now and Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is. Like I said, flying by the seat of my pants as usual. But, you know, yeah. I'm feeling pretty good, Pamela. How are you? You a long message the other day when you were feeling down because I felt it was so strong of you to show the side of you because you addressed the issues. Well, I appreciate you, Monica. I really do. Yep. Lasagna and cheesecake for Christmas. Hey, now that's an idea I can get behind. Cheesecake. Hey, there's an idea. Maybe I will get a cheesecake. Yeah. Okay, better day. I didn't have it. I understand, Pamela. I really do. Mix it up. I have it doing that over. Finally decided that we don't have to eat the same thing every year. That's right. You don't have to eat the same thing every year. I think that's a trap that a lot of people get in. They feel like they have to eat the same things every year. You know, and a lot of people actually thrive on the same thing every year. You know, oh, thank you, Pamela. I did. I got a haircut and then I recolored my hair today. So a lot of people thrive on the same thing every year. They look forward to having the same things and the same traditions every year, and that's fine if that's what works for you. It doesn't work for everybody. So the trick is finding what works for you and you know, and sticking with that. We don't typically like to do the same thing every year. We like to switch it up and just do whatever we feel like in the mood to do. So whatever our mood is and whatever we're in the mood to do, that's what we do. We don't, you know, we don't feel like we're, you know, set, that we have anything set in stone that we have to be doing. So if we feel like going, if we feel like braving the crowds and going out to eat, then we'll go out to eat. If we don't want to brave the crowds, then I'll throw something together here and we'll stay home. You know, that's just, oh yeah, we like ham too. That, you know, I'll take a vote before I go grocery shopping Monday for Christmas. I'll just take a vote, and if I get outvoted for my meatloaf, then I'll have meatloaf later in the week instead of Christmas. A lot of neighbors doing that, yeah. Sending extra hugs, especially during this holiday season here. Well, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that, and I'm sure everybody does. And you know, and I may end up coming on, you know, probably a few days. You know, I'll probably do some lives closer to Christmas. You know, just to kind of be here. You know, for those that need it. You know, there'll probably be some more online live chats like this for those that. Just talking about having meatloaf. Yeah. Oh, you're having pork chops. Okay. I bought some pork steak for Johnny to make him and his brother. I can't eat pork chops or pork steak. It just my stomach doesn't like it. I can eat pork roast if it's cooked for a long time in the crock pot, but the consistency of pork chops and pork steak, it just doesn't agree with my stomach anymore. After the weight loss surgery, it just no. It's just too dense. It's too dense, which is fine. You know, it's fine. I'm not upset about it. You know, I used to eat a lot of pork steak, but I don't eat anymore. You know, when you've lost nearly 200 pounds, you just learn to accept things you can no longer eat. So, yeah, and you're okay with it because look, you have a new life. You know, you have a new life. There are plenty of other things to eat. I don't have to eat the same old thing. You know, if you keep eating the same old stuff you were eating when you were, you know, 200 pounds overweight, then you might become 200 pounds overweight again. You know. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a haircut and then I redyed my hair. You got a big chicken in the freezer for Christmas dinner. Nothing wrong with that. Chicken is good. I can eat chicken. My friend had a gastric bypass and she couldn't do it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of sugary stuff. I can't eat a lot of sugary stuff. It really just depends on how it's sweetened. Like, for some reason, I can drink them Starbucks caramel frappuccinos. Don't bother me at all. Don't bother me at all. As long as I don't drink them real fast, I drink them kind of slow, then I'm okay. I can drink them and it doesn't bother me at all. But I had bought some Mrs. Butterworth's syrup for pancakes. Can't, I can eat a few bites of it and then I can't eat it anymore. It just starts making me sick. Yep. Almost, Monica, almost. I used to be 415 pounds, and now I'm down to 240. So almost. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yep, almost. I lost a whole person. Any way you slice it, I lost a whole person. Yeah. Yep, it's getting ready to have the sleeve done, and she says she can't wait for her to have amazing. Yeah, the sleeve is going to be is different, Pamela, because her body, she won't have the problem with sugar that I have, so she'll still be able to eat sugar. So the gastric bypass and the gastric sleeve are totally different. Yeah. Barbie for us. Christmas Day fingers crossed. Ah, okay. Thank you, Susan. Yep. Hey, Heather. Good to see you. Hey, little girl. You enjoying a nap down there? She's stretching like she's just been asleep for 30 minutes. She ain't been asleep for 10. The dog. She's napping on and off. She and I took a long walk, and now she's napping. Let's see. 82 minutes. So I remember seeing their video with before it went. Yeah, but you didn't imagine. Yeah. I've looked at videos from before the surgery, and it's really hard to look at videos when I was 400 pounds and then look at videos of me now. It just doesn't even seem like the same person. It some, for the longest time after I lost the biggest chunk, after losing over 100, and everything, and then looking at those older videos, it's like I feel like almost an imposter. You really suffer with a little bit of imposter syndrome. You feel like you're in somebody else's life, Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, I mean, I've been taking these, I started after the biggest part of the weight loss, I started taking these hair, skin, and nails vitamins. And then what did I do? Yeah. And then after I shower, I put some stuff on my face, like some of this. This is Rejuvenous Skin Tightness Serum stuff. I put this on my face, and that's about all I do. Hey there, Sue. Good to see you. One of my sweet channel members. Yeah, but that's all I do for my skin. I mean, I've had at least like 3 different people tell me that they thought I was in my early 40s, not 51, but I'm 51. So yeah, I and that was one of my biggest fears going into the weight loss surgery. I was like, because I had seen several people that had been through the weight loss surgery and they lost like a couple of 100 pounds, and all of a sudden they looked all shriveled and old. And I was like, I don't want to look shriveled and old. That really worried me, that I would look shriveled and old. Thank you, Sue. I got it all cut off. Then I had to re-dye it because all my gray was showing. I do have graying hair. But yeah. And so, but yeah, I mean, I just do simple things for my skin. I don't do a whole lot of, fanciful things. These vitamins and that stuff that I just put on after my shower, And occasionally I'll clean my face with a bit of alcohol, and then I'll add the serum after that. And that's, this little stuff here. You could get this from Walmart. I got this from Ollie's. They were marked down for I forget how much, but I had bought like two bottles of it. I'm on the second bottle, but you don't use very much. And I mainly wanted to buy it for my neck because I was worried how my neck was starting to look, and I was like, ooh, because I saw somewhere where you can really tell someone's age by looking at their neck, and so I was like, ooh. Let's make sure we take care of that. I mean, I'm not a terribly vain person, but I was just worried. I didn't want to look 70 at 50. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I never really considered myself a very vain person, but you don't go and get weight loss surgery to lose all the weight so that you can look ugly, you know? You're going to improve upon your looks. Take a little more pride in them when you've improved on them, so that's why you see me starting to take a little more pride in my appearance than I used to. I'm wearing earrings all the time, and it might not look like it, but I have just a smidge of makeup on. Just a concealer under my eyes and some face powder. That's it. Because I have hereditary dark circles under my eyes, so I will use some light concealer, and then I have this this face powder stuff that I use, and it's kind of like those Bare Minerals that they used to do infomercials about, but it's cheaper. Yeah. No, I didn't do it for my looks. I did it for health reasons. I did the weight loss surgery for health reasons because I was really just tired of being so tired all the time, and I was in physical agony. I mean, it hurt to stand up. It hurt to sit down. It hurt to move. I couldn't walk across the floor without being out of breath. I just really couldn't do anything without, so much physical exertion, and I was approaching 50 at the time, and it was just like, and mentally it had wore me down that this was my existence, that my existence was stuck in this house because I'm too big to go do anything. I can't go do the things that I want to go do because I'm too big. I couldn't, I wanted to go on hikes, and I wanted to, go fishing again. And I wanted to, get a vegetable garden going. And I wanted to do so many things, but I was so big. I just didn't have it in me physically to do the things that I wanted to do. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then when I finally got my disability benefits, and then I finally got Medicare and a Medicare Advantage program. And I asked my doctor, my regular doctor, I said, do you think that they would pay for weight loss surgery? And he said, he was so excited. He said, yes, yes. And I said, well, hook me up. And he said, one of my best friends is Dr. Barnes. And well, y'all not from here, y'all don't know, but Dr. James Barnes here in Shreveport, he's a well-known weight loss surgeon here in Shreveport. He's been doing it almost 30 years, and he's very well-known. He's on TV and everything. He was my surgeon. And so, yeah. And so my regular doctor, because I had already, before I even asked him, I had already changed some of my eating habits because of the pre-diabetes that I was diagnosed with. I had just started tapering off my sugar and stopped eating certain foods, and I had lost almost 30 by myself before I even went to the weight loss doctor. And so, my doctor told me, he said, I've already noticed that you've been, trimming, lost some without any gain back. And because he'd been tracking it, and unbeknownst to me, my doctor had already been tracking it. And he said, well, you've lost some without gain back, quite a bit. And he broke it down to me how he'd been tracking it. And I was like, well, I didn't know you'd been tracking it. And he said, yeah. And he said, so I know you're going to be successful because you really want this. And I was like, yes, I really want this. And so, so we just restarted that July of 2023. And, and here I am. So, I was just like, I just wanted to live so much. There was so much more life to live, and I was just missing it. I was missing it so much. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? And so, I had to do it because I just felt stuck. I just really felt stuck. And like I was never going to progress in life. I was stuck in this rut and of not being able to live my best life because I couldn't move. And now I can. and I'm walking my dog 4 blocks without even getting out of breath. Oh, you have some good news? Please share. Please share with us good news. We love good news. Hey, Chesney, good to see you from England. That's on my bucket list. England is definitely on my bucket list. I got to get a passport, though. One of these days, I'll get a passport. Jeanette, you have us on the edge of our seats. Maybe she's typing. I was able to send. Oh, 3,500 hats to the homeless veterans. Oh, praise the Lord. That is so amazing. Oh, that is so amazing. 3,500 hats to homeless veterans? That's amazing, Jeanette. Oh, Merry Christmas to you and them. That's amazing. Oh, wow. Y'all put some hearts put some heart emojis for that. Come on now. We need some heart emojis. That is amazing. Wow. That just blows me away. Wow. Yes, the smiles are worth it. The smiles are worth it. Heart emojis. Wow. Yes. Most definitely. That is amazing. 3,500 hats. Where's Shannon go? Shannon's got some work to do. That's amazing. Wow. I don't know how many hats Shannon did for her coworkers. Wow. 30. Wow. I know I did back a few years ago. I did like 40 hats for in a month for the Hat Not Hate campaign. But I can't imagine 3,500. That's was it just you doing those, or did you have like a whole team? And that would have taken a long time if it was just one person. That's incredible. I mean, my hands were swollen at 40 for a month. I can imagine. Everyone is amazed because poor state can't. Yeah. Well, the good Lord's keeping you around for some reason, isn't he, darling? He's keeping you here for a reason. He's not done with you yet, Jeanette. We're believing that he's going to come in clutch for you, darling. Yeah, there's a purpose for you. I'm going to cry. Oh, man. That's just incredible. Wow. You wanted to do something for those that gave all. That's right. Yep. They surely put their lives on the line for us, didn't they? They deserve everything we could do for them, the veterans. They surely do. They don't get nearly enough. They came back from war and didn't get nearly what they deserved. If y'all get a chance to help a veteran in any way, shape, or form, I encourage you to do so. Sometimes you don't know who you're helping when you do that. Absolutely. They sure have. People are beating fourth stage cancer every day. Every day they're beating it. Hey, Leanna. Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, Maggie is napping on the floor next to her little fox. She's being a good little love bug. The yarn family sent me yarn to keep me going. Yeah. Well, Jeanette, if you need yarn, you email me, okay? Email me, Jeanette, if you need yarn. I'll take care of that for you. I'm sure I got some I can part with. Yep. I'm sure to be going through something so heartbreaking, and you know, it's probably good to have a purpose to get your mind off of something that you're going through like that. No, I hadn't been able to get her a kennel yet, Sue. I will Monday. I can't. They're a bit high dollar for her size, so I have to wait. Yeah, kennels are not cheap for medium-sized dogs like her. Uh, I don't know about big as Texas, Leanna, but it's it's only as big as the Lord allows it to be. Yeah, but I took my tape measure out and measured her, and then I looked up online to see, you know, because I wanted to get a kennel that she could actually turn around in. You know, she could stand up in and actually turn around in. I don't want her to be pigeonholed into a kennel, because I think that might stress her out. So I want one big enough that she can actually physically turn around in. So yeah, they're not cheap. I've looked on Facebook Marketplace and there's a couple there, but yet again, I bought groceries today and that broke me. So yeah, email me your information, Miss Jeanette, and I'll get you a package out next week, okay? I'll go through and send you a package, okay? Yeah, we'll fix you up. I got to mail packages anyway. Might as well mail one to you too. Thank you for coming, Carly. We appreciate that. There you go. That's the way to look forward, Jeanette. Yep, it'll get you started for next year's hats. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Got a few more Christmas cards I got to send too. Might be late Christmas cards. But I think we all know that we'll still get Christmas cards into the new year. Because I've been sending them as people send me cards, and I've been, you know, if I come across a card that somebody sent me then during a year and I get, you know, happen to have that person's address, I'll just sit down and write one out. Your husband don't really laugh much, but his favorite Christmas movie is on. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. He's on the giggling away. Aw. Yeah, probably music to your ears to hear him giggling if he's not a big laugher. I always get a kick out of hearing my Johnny, my youngest son in there, my autistic boy. I always get a kick out of hearing him laugh. Yep. No, Monica, I don't have. I'm just very random with my lives. This was a 60% battery life. Oh, okay. This was this kind of a random one. Um, crazy, but I don't think you're crazy at all, Jeanette. You're not crazy. Oh, you're watching that too, huh? No, my lives are pretty random. This was YouTube had emailed us, and a bunch of us content creators had asked us to do vertical lives. Um, and there's these gift things that they wanted us to um, promote. They're kind of like the super chats and super stickers. They cost about the same, but they asked us to do that, to promote those, and to do vertical. They're only active. Those things, gifts things, are only active on vertical lives like this, and not the lives that we do through StreamYard and that kind of live. And my nose has started running. I had taken care of my runny nose with some orange juice, but now it's coming back. Yeah. So we just I just taken a suggestion that YouTube had given, and I usually don't pay much attention to it. Just found the cat wrapped up in the lime jello mold. We do something every year for your birthday, January 2nd. Ah, okay. Yeah, I gotta wait a whole nother year for my birthday. It's in October. Yep. But Theo's birthday, my other dog, my pit bull, his gotcha birthday is in February. So we might have to do something for Theo's gotcha birthday. His birthday is February 4th. So I don't know what day he was actually born, but that's his gotcha birthday. So, yep. Yep. Oh, happy belated birthday, Elaine. Now the turkey just exploded. Oh, on the movie. Okay. Forgive me, I've never watched that movie. February 27th. Okay. Be 75 young. Oh, at the end of January. Ah. 68. That's the same age as my mother. She had me when she was like 17. Yep. I haven't spoken to her in a while. She finally stopped trying. $74. Wow. It's so interesting to me that most of my friends most of my YouTube subscriber family people are of that age. You have to watch it. Yeah. I'll have to look it up. I don't watch a lot of Christmas movies. Usually my Christmas, get this, you know what my favorite Christmas movie is? Die Hard. With Bruce Willis. That's my Christmas movie, Die Hard. That's what I'll usually look up and watch, is Die Hard with Bruce Willis. Yep, that's the one I'll watch. Wow. My son's birthday is today, and he is 50. Oh, well, happy birthday to him. Oh, the big 50. Tell him everything's going to start falling apart. There's no warranty. All warranties expire at 50. 38, but you'll be 35. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Heather. Yep. It is from 1989, Chevy Chase. Okay. Yeah, Chevy Chase is pretty funny. He is pretty funny. You already told him, yeah, all the warranties expire at 50. Yeah. And of course, when the warranties expire, everything starts breaking. Yeah. Yeah, when you move wrong, you suddenly pull muscles. You could pull a muscle moving wrong in your sleep. Like I moved wrong and I pulled something right here in my side, in my rib cage area. I have no idea what I did, but yeah. And I keep re-pulling it somehow. I don't know how long it's going to take to heal because I keep re-messing it up. Oh, in January. 77. My goodness. You know, and the lady that I just made the sweater for and sent off to Florida, she said she was in her 80s. I talked to her on the phone the other day, and she said she might have me make another sweater after the first of the year. But she wanted to send me the yarn for that one. 58 in April. Oh, 3 weeks after you turn 50, you broke your shoulder? Ouch. Hubby and I will be alone. Oh, alone on Christmas. Yeah. Well, at least you have each other. That's more than some people have. That's the way I look at it. At least I have the boys. And I have my fur babies. Especially my new little baby daughter. You knew it was downhill, but didn't know it was that fast. Yeah. Yep. Of course, me, I had the weight loss surgery like less than a month after my birthday, after my 50th birthday. I turned 50 on October 2nd. On November 1st, I had weight loss surgery. So, yeah. Interesting. And then that recovery was a doozy. Anyone tells you that weight loss surgery is cheating, losing weight, that's cheating to lose weight, don't know what they're talking about. Because the recovery is a nightmare. I'm sorry, Jeanette. Goodness. I've been divorced since 2004, so I don't even remember what it was like being married. Nobody will have me now, so I don't think I'm lovable anymore as far as husbands. Would I do it again? The surgery? Yeah, I would. Knowing what I know now and experiencing this level of freedom after the weight loss, yeah, I'd do it again. I might opt for the gastric the gastric sleeve instead of the bypass though, because I think I probably would have recovered easier. I think it in the sugar thing wouldn't be such a problem. I think I probably would have went with the sleeve over the bypass. I think I still would have had weight loss surgery, but I think I would have went with the sleeve instead. Yeah. But I still would have had it. I still would have had the surgery. I just think I would have went with the sleeve instead. Tamara, you might have something there. Yep, you might have something there. Well, the difference is with the gastric sleeve, they go in and they cut there's an enzyme that your stomach there's a little thing at the top of your stomach that puts off this enzyme that tells you how hungry you are. And when they do the gastric sleeve, they go in and they cut a big portion of your stomach off. And the organ or whatever it is that causes that enzyme, they decrease the size of that as well. And then they create a pouch, a little pouch for you for a stomach instead of the big stomach that you've had. And so your digestion and everything is exactly the same, only you just have this way smaller stomach, so you only can eat about this much versus what you used to could eat. Okay, and then the enzyme, the thing that creates the enzyme that tells you how hungry you are, is not producing as much as it used to, so you're not going to feel as hungry as you used to. So then that allows you to lose the weight. But how your digestion works is the same. So your body still treats sugar the same. All that is still the same. But with the gastric bypass, they go in and they reroute your digestive system, okay? So they completely, change how your food is digested. So that it's completely different. It's completely different. And they still create a little pouch for, a little for your stomach, but they reroute things. So I don't know the complete mechanics of how they do it, but it's completely different than the sleeve, because how they reroute your digestive system, and how your body treats food. And so, yeah, and so all of a sudden your body does not process sugar the same way. And so, especially fake sugar like fructose corn syrup and processed sugars, your body will make you nauseous if you eat those. And so, and yeah, that definitely works. It works that way. But that's the difference between the gastric sleeve and the gastric bypass. So, hey Cheryl, good to see you. Actually, he gave me a choice, but he strongly suggested the gastric bypass because of my size. So I went with his suggestion, because he was the doctor, and I felt like he'd been doing it for almost 30 years, and I felt like he knew what he was doing, and so I went with his suggestion. If I had to redo it, I would have went with the sleeve, knowing what I know now. Because, I think the recovery would have been quicker, and I miss sugar. I just think I would have been, because I was able to control my sugar intake prior to the surgery, because I was told I was pre-diabetic, and they wanted to put me on medication, and I tried the medication. The medication made me feel terrible. And so in order to stay off medication, I went sugar-free, and I had gotten my sugar under control before the surgery. So I really felt like, if I had it to do over again, I would have went with the sleeve versus the gastric bypass, because I can control my own sugar. And the gastric bypass is for people that can't control their sugar intake. And so, yeah. I think I would have been better off with the gastric sleeve. I really do. I wouldn't have had near as stomach problems as I have now. And I would have been able to treat myself to sugary things, when I felt like I wanted them, and still control my sugar. Because like 90% of the time I'm sugar free, but 10% of the time I'd like to treat myself. You know what I mean? And I should be able to do that without feeling nauseous. It's not fair. Jeanette, my email address is in the description box. Under the video, there's a little under the thing. There's a little thing that says more. If you click that, it'll drop down, and it'll show you my email address. Let me see if I can get on my laptop and type it in for you, though. Let's see. Let me get in here. I might be a little off camera. I got to get to this keyboard. I got a bunch of stuff in front of the actual keyboard. Yeah, okay. I had to look at my typing to see if I'm actually typing it correctly. No, I just need that. There you go. That's my email. I think I got it in there. I might have accidentally put a period before it. Yeah, I accidentally put a period before it. Sorry about that. But that's the email address associated with the channel. Yeah. I have a little too many email addresses. But that's my main one. I've heard of Manjaro, Mary Jo. I think Amy might have tried that over at Hooked on Wish and Crochet. I think she tried that. She's diabetic, and I think she tried that. But Monica, I think it really just depends on if you're diabetic and if you have trouble controlling your sugar, which surgery is going to be better. If you're a severe diabetic and you have really a really hard time controlling your sugar, and how your body processes sugar, then you definitely would go with the gastric bypass, because it would help you overcome diabetes. But if you have no troubles with sugar, then the gastric sleeve, you know. So that's the main difference with those. And like I said, if I had it to do over again, I would have went with a sleeve. But, you know, I can't go back now. So it is what it is. And I'm not going back under the knife to reverse anything. This surgery that I had is actually reversible. But I'm not putting myself through that. I'm not going to put myself through that. No. Mm-mm. Nope. The recovery the first time was enough. I'm not going to go through that again. Did my chat freeze? No, nobody's typing. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go probably another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a night, because my phone battery is almost at 50%. So I'll have to charge my phone. Oh, you were wondering? Fortunately, I have. Oh, you have no issues. Well, that's good. Yeah, but there's several videos on YouTube that I watched before I did the surgery. So, you know, I knew like hair loss. I was hoping that I wouldn't experience hair loss, but I did. But the hair, skin, and nails vitamins helped my hair come back. But I did experience hair loss, and but it, you know, but I managed to rebound from that. So you got your A1C down to 5.0, yes, and you lost 100 pounds. Wow, Mary Jo, that's amazing. Without surgery, that's amazing. Well, thank you, Judy, for coming in and visiting. It would suck to not be able to eat sweet. Yeah, it does suck, Melissa. It really does. I can eat some of them. It just depends on what's in them. If it's all natural sweeteners, I'm good. But if it has processed sugars, you know, a lot of processed, like that fructose corn syrup stuff, it makes me nauseous almost immediately. Yep. See y'all in the next video. I got to probably do one after this, after I charge my phone. And I'm going to go have some of that chili mac that Johnny made. It's shells and cheese with a can of chili put in it. That's our chili mac. Homemade hamburger helper, I guess you could call it, almost. Hopefully my little dog down here will let me eat that without getting in my lap while I'm trying to eat. She did that. She does that. Yeah. Yep. I'll just eat a small bowl of it. I don't eat very much anyway. Something to go about the name of your channel, and remember you said the Beg Brigade, but why? Because I'm tattooed. Because of these. I'm tattooed and I'm a mama. That is just that simple. My tag on Instagram is tapmama73, and I've had that moniker on Instagram for a long time. And I had Instagram way before I had YouTube, and I was like, well, I already have that. You know, I already have tapmama73 on Instagram. You know, it just made sense to pair it with, you know, and then Johnny helped me, and I was like, well, I can't just be tapmama73. You know, there's got to be something else. And then Johnny my youngest son chimed in and said, how about the Beg Brigade? Because that's what we had affectionately called the dogs, was the Beg Brigade. And so there you go, tapmama73 and the Beg Brigade. So it's really just that simple. Well, thank you for coming in, Lena. And Melissa, thank you for coming in, everybody. Yep, makes sense. And when you when I was thinking of names, I wanted something that no one else had, because it was, you see my email is that Looming Adventures. When I put that as my name, and then when I went to YouTube and did a search, everything but me came up. And I was like, no, that can't be my name. That can't be my name, because no one's ever going to find me. if I pick that as my name. And so that's when the great name debate come in, and then that's how I ended up with what I ended up with, because I wanted something that no one else had, so that when you put Tap Mama 73 in there, I'm the only one that comes up because I'm an original. Oh, good night, Elaine. Thank you for coming in. Oh, you're so welcome, Deneen. I'm hoping that helps. I appreciate the thumbs up. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. I think I've been going 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, that's pretty long for me. Yep, that's pretty long for me. But I have so enjoyed my time with y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go eat and relax a little bit, and then I'll do a regular video with some crochet in it. With some actual crochet in it. Well, good night, y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye now.